So, at the beginning of the term of office of President Rodrigo Duterte, it was hoped that the presidency will change him. But after 100 days, I think it's apparent that it is President Duterte who is changing the presidency. So what we are seeing here is that he is repudiating the old order and the traditional way of doing politics, albeit in a very colorful manner. And it might be shocking to some sectors and to the international community, but change is sometimes change can be messy and not neat, and beyond the colorful languages and the so-called outlandish behavior of the president, one must look beyond that and try to see the strategic objective of what he's doing. And there are 5 major areas of change or reforms that one can see being implemented by this administration. The first, of course, is the controversial war on drugs. While there are perceptions of overstretch and abuse, the public is correct in calling him out if ever there is some abuses on the part of the security forces. But there are other windows of opportunity for change and reforms that are important for the country, and the administration should not be judged by one issue alone. There are other issues that one must take into consideration. For example, the ongoing peace process. We have seen great strides and improvement in the ongoing peace process, given the openness of both sides and the president to pursue not only peace with Bangsamoro but also with the NDF. Another area of reforms, area of change, would be the proposed constitutional reform process. For the first time, a sitting president is not suspected of trying to change the constitution in order to extend his term of office, but rather really to address certain basic structural, socio-political, and economic issues facing the country. Another area of change would be the socio-economic reforms being implemented. Question of agrarian reform, nationalist industrialization, end of contractualization, infrastructure development to address the massive traffic issues, common issues facing the common Filipino every day. And lastly, of course, is the pursuit of independent foreign policy, which is actually enshrined in our constitution. And finally, we have a president who is serious in addressing this. And independent foreign policy simply means that we are not against anybody, but we are equidistant to everyone. So for the first time, we are putting our national interests as paramount. So I think, given all these other issues, we can go beyond the colorful language and try to look at the substance.
Will be a passing rate soon?
For me, I think, of course, he should learn to be more presidential, and if only for that, I will give him some negative points. But in terms of the substance and his willingness to address tough questions, I think he will get a very high grade from me. So for me, I'll give him an 80 to 85.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.